But let me just ask you, what do you think about this?
Seriously?
Yeah, what do you think about this? Like, what kind of crazy people do that? Like, hi, hello, hello.
Yo, Microsoft, I know you, software engineer.
Yes.
Thank you.
Why are you guys wearing sunglasses?
This is a top secret.
This is
You-
top secret.
Oh, top secret. You guys are from the Matrix, like Neo wore sunglasses.
That's really not very
Almost.
much. Like, our eyes is split, like, so we don't...
Yeah. All right, that's a fair. All right. Can I ask you? Why are you killing babies and innocent people?
It's the hard topic, man. You got us. You got us. You got us. You got us there. You got us.
Can you please tell me why you guys do that? Do you enjoy?
Why do you
doing
look
that?
like Justin Bieber?
What do you enjoy? Do you enjoy doing that?
מה זה, רעיון לחדשות כאילו? תסתכל עליו, אחי.
You don't enjoy? You don't enjoy it?
Tell me.
Oh, why did they skip, bro? I was about to show you them something really cool, man. Come on, bro.
זה האקר, לא?
Hello.
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 Bonjour.
Bonjour.
What's up, my friend?
Bonjour. Bonjour.
Do you love Israel? Do you love Israel?
Israel. Israel. Israel.
Yes, yes. Israel.
Yeah.
Israel. Israel.
What do you think about this?
Very good pictures. Very good pictures.
These are very good pictures.
Yes.
What about the owner of those clothes? They're dead. They were unalived by the IDF. What do you think about that?
I think about that it's very good that IDF kill Palestinians. You know why? Because Palestinians kill Israel.
But wait,
And
who's speaking? Who's speaking? I don't see your lips moving. Who's speaking?
I.
But no, there's somebody next to you. Is there somebody next to you? So what? Oh, I guess there's a delay.
No. Listen, man, listen. There's a little delay between the.
Yeah, it's a delay.
So.
You're frozen.
I'm not frozen.
The video is frozen.
The video. Okay, I need to fix this. Neorai, I need to fix this. Just one moment.
It's not fixing.
That's okay. Free Palestine, bro. Free Palestine.
Fuck you, nigga.
Hey, don't skip me, please.
Okay.
Let me just ask you a question because you look like a very humble person by your face. You cannot judge a book by its cover. But let me just ask you, what do you think about this?
Seriously?
Yeah, what do you think about this? Like, what kind of crazy people do that? Like,
Look, I'm against what they did, but I can understand them because in the end, show me again the picture. They're like, think about it. It's a lot of soldiers. Yeah. Yeah, all these soldiers. Yeah. סתם שחיילים עם בגדים של נשים. After what happened in the 7th October, it's make a lot of people angry. And soldiers, it's from all over the country. You have like bad people and good people, like in everywhere. So the picture you show me, it's not say that all the soldiers like that. There is some people that, in the middle of their life, they sent to Gaza and to fight after what happened with a lot of anger inside them. And this is the results
Yeah, but I mean,
You
I,
know, they not rape no one. They don't kill no one. You know, like innocent people, stuff like this. You know,
but
I know because think about it. They take you to Gaza. You go to people's houses because you must be in there, like to stay there, and then you become like bored. You look what happened there, what the stuff. You know, it's
do,
war.
do you know the newspaper Hertz?
No,
The Israeli newspaper Havertz Hertz. I can't recall the name.
Haaretz.
Yeah, Havertz. They made a report saying that at least 33% of women in the IDF get raped, and this is a fact. This is a fact
What?
that
Get raped?
rape.
No, maybe. No, it's not possible.
But
Rape like rape? No,
yeah,
bro.
Israeli
I don't.
soldiers rape.
Show me this. Show me this. I
Show
will.
you. Okay, let me find it real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
But maybe I'm against. I'm against it. It's sound to me like crazy what you said. Okay, because I never heard about something like this. But maybe they say maybe yeah. It's the most. It's make me the most sense.
That's the reason.
But
That's the reason why I quoted a newspaper from over there, so that you cannot say it.
harassment, maybe harassment, harassment, sexual. You know, like maybe say something not in the place or do something, but not rape like you think he raped. No, there is not possible that someone actually rape and not go to prison.
Okay,
You know?
that's good to hear.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
30, הוא אומר 33% מכלל כל הנשים שמשרתות בצה"ל.
Do you know this rabbi? What does it say? He says
All-time rape, pushing military chief role.
he said that raping
What
is
did-
fine in war. During war times,
Is-
raping is fine.
I don't know him. Okay, listen.
Okay.
You give me examples of the people in the extremely ones. Okay, all what you show me, it's like the extremely ones, and extreme you have everywhere.
Exactly, I agree.
It's not the view of the most of the people in Israel. They
I
don't
agree.
see this like this. For me, this rabbi is crazy. Okay.
Okay, what's
Yeah,
your
what you should
opinion?
know.
If I tell you that before October 7, Israel has also many hostages from Gaza and they have attacked many times before October 7, what's your opinion? What's your opinion about everything?
I will tell you.
Yeah.
Before the 7th in October, okay, in the opinions in Israel, is split for a lot of sections. You have a lot of kinds of people, so you have a lot of ideologically, but you have how I say. I'm like non-religious. I'm a Jewish, non-religious. I'm not care about like God or religious stuff.
But you believe in God.
I'm not believing God.
You don't
I'm
believe in
atheist.
God.
No, I'm
But-
atheist.
But then okay, so you're not Jewish, you're atheist.
I'm Jewish. You know, it's like if you born for a Muslim family, you're Muslim, but you're not must to believe in God.
Oh, okay,
know?
you are
If
born
I-
Jewish, but you're atheist.
Yeah, but I don't think there is real God. I believe in humanitarian people. I believe in souls. You know, if you're good man, you have good life. If you're bad man, the life will be bad for you. It's also like karma.
Yeah.
But so the most of the people, you know, a lot of people said Israel want to conquer it and occupy all the area and territory. There is extremely people. I think they like 10% of the population that think like this, but they're not the majority. They're the minority. I can tell you 40% of the Israelis, something like this, before the 7th October, they want, also me, I believed in two countries, one for the Palestinian and one for the Jewish.
Two-state
Israel.
solution.
To live, two states to live together. After the 7th October, I'm not trust them a lot at all. And it's like, it's also in all Israelis. Now, all the Israelis now, like the bubble that we can make peace with them was popped.
Okay,
Now
that's
it's
fair.
like crazy times. But before I was believing it, I was like We need to let them live good life. And I was believe if you bring them economy, good job, good food, no one want to fight, you know, if you have like these treatments. But you see that your enemy is like, for me, it's not all the Palestinians, it's their leaders, the people that lead them to battle against Israel. It's stupidity, because Israel is so strong. All our life, all this country, it's built by a war. So I believe no one can conquer Israel. They will never succeed. So every time they try and try and try, this is what makes them more painful to the Palestinian.
Okay.
You know, the Palestinian, they are the only refugees that when they have kids, their kids become refugees, and their kids become refugees. And if you look at statistics, they're the only refugees in the world like never become not non-refugees. They like save the state. They will stay refugees because they want this issue will be continued.
But who's
They don't
gonna
want to solve it.
who's gonna
Not
wanna
the
be a
Palestinians
refugee
themselves,
forever?
the people that lead them. Yeah,
I
Hamas,
understand.
the West Bank government also, because the leaders, they want all Palestine, they want all Israel. I can see this when I talk with them and when I see their blue books and when they sing their songs and what they.
But
It's sad.
Before 1948, wasn't it all theirs?
No, it's also was Jewish. You know, the Israel, the ideologically, it started in the end of the 19th century, and started like physically in the start of the earlier of the 20th century. Like my grandpa was arrived from Iraq to Israel in 1932, before Israel was established. You know, Jewish arrived from other places, come to Israel because they have a dream to build a Jewish country, because was a lot of anti-Semitism everywhere.
Yeah, but you cannot build your Jewish land on a land that is already
Yeah.
filled with people.
But the start of Israel was all, you know, the Rothschild, Rothschild.
Yeah, the
No?
Rothschild. Yeah.
They was bought from in the earlier, before Israel was established. They bought by legal land from the Palestinian. They tell them, I give you money, you give me your land. I give you money, I give you land. And they sell. All the you know, when Israel in 48 was become Israel and the Palestine together, all the territory of Israel was places that Israel was buy with money, legal, never with force.
Okay,
You know?
are you talking about the British mandate?
Yeah. Before the British mandate, all the territory that was belonged to Israel was belonged to her, not Israel. It was the Jewish Zionism. It was belonged them because they legally buy this land
How can
from the people.
How can you prove me that it was legally bought?
It's history. This is what I was when I didn't teach. They didn't teach me in school. I just was searching about it because it was make me interesting how the Israel become and what the history and what happened in the past. This is how I know. I checked and studied. Rothschild, I'm now in Lebanon border. Okay, there is a lot territories in Lebanon that I just now I learned about it. That was belonged to Jewish once, but after it was the Sykes-Picot, Lebanon take lands and British, like the French take land and the British take land, and all the lands that was belonged to the French become to them. Also, but there was also lands in Lebanon that was belonged to Jewish by legal. This is something that new that I just learned now in because I'm fighting the north side in Israel. We fight also in Lebanon.
Okay.
So I study from it. Yeah, I study from it that it was actually Jewish that have a lands by legally that they bought that.
Yeah, but I've never seen proof the legality of the lands bought, because
I don't know where you search it.
if
I don't
if
know where you search, but
if I, okay, let me ask, if I have a house and I'm living there, why would I sell it to you if I'm living there?
because in the past, you know, Palestine, it wasn't a rich area. It wasn't like it was there. They called falah. It was people that was farmers, and they was lived like now in Africa. You know, think about Africa. If you go to Africa, what they have? They have nothing. But if I come to you, give me your land, and I pay you too much, I give you a lot of money, you will sell it.
But
It was the same.
if I sell my land, I'm also gonna leave. I'm gonna leave with the money, right? But
Okay, so I will tell you.
Yeah.
All the lands, there was like in the history, it was like sheikhs, sheikh, you know, sheikh. It's like the lands was like you go to Britain. It was like some high society person with a lot of lands. Yeah, like in the past, in the
oh, you
and
mean like a shit?
he let the people to live in his land. Yeah, like also it was here. It was like a sheikh, someone very rich with a lot of lands in Israel, and he let the people to live there and to be farmers, and he sold it. And this is why they like become refugees, because the person that was in the high, it's like was owned the land, he sold it. He don't care who was there and what the situation. It's like a lot of stories and details.
Well, if the lands were bought legally by Rothschild or whoever, there
Yeah.
must be documents that legalize it.
Yeah.
We need to see
Yeah.
that. We need to see that so that the
Maybe
world
search
can.
in Google. I don't know.
What should
Maybe
I search?
search somewhere.
What should I
No,
search?
I don't know.
מה אחי יש פה?
No. כן, אני יודע, אני אמרתי לו. My friend here said, we have here like documents from Lebanon territory that you see in 45 territories that was belong to Jewish, and now they not.
Yeah, there, many territories belong to Jewish, also including Syria, also including parts of I guess Egypt. I'm not sure, but you that was long ago, like on the
Yeah.
Moses time, and
But I can tell you,
No, not Moses time.
no, we're talking about this like the last
last century.
last century,
Okay.
20th century and
When-
19th century.
After the Holocaust, when people came to Israel to try to find a place for Jewish people, so they started buying. There was a very rich Israeli
Jewish.
people in the world, like Rothschild, and there are families that still exist that bought lands from the Palestinians. It was the Ottoman government, and then it was the British government. So, you know, the government signed these documents, but when the British government left and gave Israel the opportunity, the permission to try and raise a state, one of the parts of the agreements was that they draw a border for the states, but the lands that the people bought is not. It's a new agreement, so they have to let it go. So people bought lands, use it for agriculture, but when Israel was established, so it was no longer there. It was the new border that they drew in 45. But then,
The size peacock, או שזה אחרי 48?
לא, בעצמאות כאילו,
בעצמאות?
48.
48.
48. But then, when the declaration of Israel was made, which was Israel was smaller in the declaration. Like Israel offered 2 states in Israel for the Palestinian and the Israelis. But all the countries around us, Egypt, Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, they all started a war.
Yeah, they look at the Jewish in that time as a colonizer, as a part of Britain. They saw the British come And then after the British was come, a lot of Jewish was arrived, and they saw the European Jewish and the Jewish that arrived as part of the British colonizer, and for them it was like, okay, you too, you the enemy too, because you also like against us.
Also, another thing is that Israel, it's from the beginning, it's a proxy of America. Okay, like America supports it. So if you look at the big war, because we are only like a fraction. Israel on the map is like this. Okay, so if you look at the big war, the fight between the Arabs and us was also about occupation, or like if it's gonna be a new occupation or a real states or whatever, but also about the stronghold for America in the Middle East. So this is why we are fighting Iran, and you know there is like the America alliance with all the progressive states, and there is like the Russia alliance with Iran and China and all the Arab states and all of this. So we are right in the middle, and we are like a stronghold for America, which is very important. So this is a big part about most of our wars. Okay.
Yeah,
To
the
kick
way
America
I
out
want to tell
of
you
the Middle
something.
East.
I want to tell you something about also about it. You know, all this war now in 7 October was all just because Iran, maybe not a lot of people know that, but Iran is very extremely regime of Islam, very extremely. And they believe like all the world need to be Islamic, okay? And they see the Jewish as the most traits and the most easiest country to make all people hate. And they like really give money. They like have organization. Now we fight here in Lebanon. We fight against Hezbollah. Hezbollah is a Shia a Muslim, also like Iran, and they like proxy of Iran. And they get money and good equipment, and you can see that all their armory is from Iran and also from Russia. And also in Iraq, it's like this, and also in Syria, and they have people like this organization that belong proxies. And also in Yemen, you know, the Houthim. Why do you think the Houthim now shoot on the Suez Canal? Yeah? All of this is because Iran. Also, 7 October, the Hamas thought that Hezbollah will help them, yeah, with the attack on Israel. But Hezbollah didn't help him, and he started to attack alone. Everything, all of this, it's because you have some people bigger that control and use us, the Jews, and use the Palestinian as just this conflict will never end, you know?
For example, like when the war started, the debate was if we are going into a World War III.
Yeah, this is what we thought.
So
we was ready for
why,
World War III.
you know, people talk about Gaza and talk about it's like this, you know.
Yes,
it's so small. You know, like, the amount of people that get killed in war, in every war in the world, it's like multiplied by 10, by 100. You know, the dead in Syria was in the Assad
250,000 civilians.
You know,
250,000
Gaza is so small.
Civilians.
Why is it so important? Is because it literally is the break of the World War III. Because if we fight with Lebanon now, and Lebanon gets his power from
Iran,
and Iran starts the war, get involved in the war, really.
America will be involved, and then Russia will be involved.
And then Russia comes against America, and then you see all the allies of America and all the allies of Russia fighting. And then you will see another order in the after World War III. So the whole debate was if we are going to a new order after this terrorist act in the 7th of October, are we preparing to a full-scale war in the war, or is it only another front in Israel? You know?
The way I see it is that I do feel that the world is going to a World War III, and the reason why I feel that's happening is because the people who produce weapons and tanks and airplanes, they need to sell it. They need to sell it to get money. So they provoke wars. You can call it
Yeah.
Iran. You can call it the West. They both Russia, China, whatever. Everybody produces weapons and they want wars
Yeah.
because it gives them money. So the people suffering are the innocent civilians.
I'm also
But Iran is the weirdest thing in the world right now, in my opinion, because they're not profiting. Iran should have been a high-tech state like America, because they are very, very smart and very developed. But most of their funds, most of their money that they make from fuel, from
Oil.
Oil.
is goes to fund terrorists, goes to fund Hezbollah, goes to fund
Houthim.
Hamas, the Houthis.
Also in Iraq, you have,
goes to develop weapons which they give.
in the
their
Syria
own-
conflict, when it was like איך אומרים מלחמת האזרחים?
Civil war.
Civil war there in Syria. It was, you can see ISIS in one side, and you can see Assad get helped by Russia and Iran. Yeah, Hezbollah also helped Assad to conquer and Israel was helped the איך אומרים מורדים? Rebels. Yeah, rebels.
Yeah, the rebels.
And
yeah.
in that time, I was in the border in Syria. I saw how Israel was let for a lot of people, humanitarian, take them to hospitals. Syrian people take them to hospitals, give them food, and take them back to to Syria. It was great. I was helped in my own end to Syrian people to go to Israel, to pass the border, to go to get humanitarian help, and go back.
Okay, let me ask you something. Now that let me finish my question and then you can answer. Okay. Well, now that we have said that people who make weapons want to sell wars, I feel that the IDF is one of the most intelligent armies in the world, and the border that they have, the wall that they have with Gaza, that they have built, is one of the most highly secured wall in the world. Like even if a cockroach passes there, the IDF would know, because it's very
Yeah.
very well guarded.
No,
Wait.
wait,
Let me finish.
not
Let me finish.
Yeah.
Let me finish.
Okay.
So, there's no way that Hamas got into Israel on October 7th without the IDF knowing, and that the amount of hours that it took for the IDF to respond, and also that the Israeli tanks and the Apache helicopters fired by mistake civilians in the kibbutz. Why do you think all this happened? I feel it
I
happens
can
to
tell you,
the-
it's it's only opinion, yeah? I don't know the real facts because we all just hear and know and friends
but
that
be-
been
be-
there and
yeah,
stuff
be-
like
be-
this.
Before you answer,
But
do
I can tell you
but
what I think.
before you answer, do you think that the people in power, the elites that sell weapons, they did on purpose that conflict so that they can start
It
selling
could be.
weapons?
I believe it could be, in the start, before I joined to the army, I was like, what the fuck happened? It's so crazy. It's like something that shouldn't have ever happened. We have so very powerful intelligence. It's make me crazy. I'm like also, I like conspiracies and I know that how power work and how money run the world and all this shit. So, but in the end of the day, I know that if I don't go to the army, it's like my family and my friends. So I must go. But I will tell you what I think about the 7th of October. What we get telling and what we know in fact. I don't know the behinds. Yeah, I
No,
don't know
your
if some
opinion.
people have agreement and maybe it could be, but it's conspiracy and it could be and could not be. And what I think happened, I can see over the years, before I think 3 years ago, 4 years ago, they like the Gazans people all the time have a protest on the border. Yeah, they was going to the border between Gaza to Israel, protest, and all the time there was a little bit. You have no one passed this is the limit. They can't go to the border, and then after a year they arrived a little bit more, and they arrived a little bit more, and they arrived a little bit more because you don't want they filmed it and they want to make media films that the Jewish that we shoot on them when they protest. So this why they all the time, 1 year ago or something like that, it was an accident that the protest arrived to the border and shoot on a soldier. They, in the border you have like holes for the Israeli to shoot if something happened. And the Palestinians succeed to go to the border and shoot, So if we look about time, the Israeli defense was like, with the time was like, okay, make it normalize, because it was protest all the time. And then they could arrive to the border all the time. In 17 October, it was holiday in Israel. It was holiday and it was Saturday also. It's like too special, in Saturday and stuff like this. The
Yes,
Jewish
I know the
religious,
Jewish.
they don't do nothing.
Yeah, I know.
And also, when you're in the army, the most of the power go home to be with the families. So in 17 October, they know that now all the army have half power or even quarter, of the people of the army people that there. And they just make it so clever. Before they get to the border, they have like targeted missiles that shoot all the. We have a lot of cameras on the border. They was make all the army blind. They shoot. They know all the targets. They have a very good plan. They know exactly where each one is live. When they go to the kibbutzim, they know who's working the security, who's work for the government, who is like this and who is like this. How I know that? Because you can see there is places they just get inside the house and shoot, and there is places they know that someone important there, and they go inside and didn't kill him, and they take him take hostage. And there is a lot of story like that, about people that have guns in their home, and they was important, and they succeed kill people, and they didn't bomb the house. They have RPGs and stuff like this, but they still trying to make him go out because they want him. They have a command, take him hostage and not to kill him. So they know, they knew everything. They was very clever. They very smart intelligence. I think the intelligence come from Iran, because it's crazy to think they have so much good intelligence.
So basically, you're saying they are more intelligent than the IDF.
No, they just was for this plan.
In one way, I think they got us in this
unready.
Because
it was unready. It wasn't.
But Egypt warned the Israeli government and the IDF that this was going to happen.
There's also intelligence that show, army intelligence that show that they say to the government there is something is going to happen, and no one act.
No one act.
So we can't know.
So exactly. So no one act, because not acting means war, and war means selling weapons, and selling weapons means money.
It's like I told you. It could be. It could be like you say.
It could be.
But it could be not. If it's we never know.
But the only one that can say it's our prime minister, which we try to kick out for a long time now.
Yeah, we don't love him.
And if you ask me if I support his decisions, so definitely not.
No, most of the people in Israel don't support him anymore.
Listen, it's known that there was warning intelligence about this kind of attack. He didn't take it serious and didn't act on it. And we do know that they made very, very good preparation. The soldier that made this whole operation trained at Lebanon
with Hezbollah.
With Hezbollah, which the crazy thing is that one is Sunni and one is Shia. So they are fight like in the Arab world, in the Muslim world, they are enemies. Okay, you know the Sunni and Shia?
Sunni and Shia.
I think Iran is Shia, right?
Yeah, but
also Hezbollah Shia, but Hamas is Sunni.
Yeah, but Hamas and Daesh and the Muslim Brothers, they are all
ISIS,
Sunni.
It's
So,
Sunni
But
also.
okay, you mentioned a lot of like terrorist group, I guess. Do you consider Muslims as being terrorists?
no, of course not.
No.
Okay.
We have a lot of friends that Muslims in
I'm
we live
dating-
together,
I'm
in
dating,
Israel.
I'm
Yeah.
dating a Muslim.
Yeah,
What?
he's Jewish and he's Muslim.
I'm dating a Muslim.
You're what?
Dating.
Dating.
Oh, dating. So okay,
Yeah.
like your girlfriend is Muslim.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I wasn't understanding. Okay.
Yeah, so for us, it doesn't matter if you're Christian or Muslim or Jewish,
But also, as Nuri, as Guy said before,
I mean,
same as every group everywhere, you have extremists, you have mid, you have to the other side.
But
This me dating a Muslim is not common, okay?
yeah, there is like a Jewish that say, why you go with
and
a Muslim?
there is Jewish that consider all Arab a threat, but also you cannot really judge because it's a world health country that so many people here been hurt personally by Muslims and Arab, and the trust is very very it's a lot of problem in Israel.
But let me-
but there is trust issues.
Yeah, like I
Let
can
me-
tell you,
let me-
my grandpa, that he was, I told you, he arrived to Israel in 1932. In all his life, everything that I heard from him, yeah, it's like how much he hate Arabs because what they did to him, and it was like in the start, it was like in the past. Me, I'm not like this, yeah, but there is a lot of people that because all this war, my grandpa was in war, and my father was in war, and me now in war. It's like everybody was in war, and all this war was against Arabs. So it can make you like feeling that your enemy it's Muslims, yeah. So there is some people that think like that. Yeah, I understand that everybody, they're people in the end of the day, and they do what upstairs telling them, and if they're telling them the enemy is Jewish, we actually I can tell you that we don't been told that. I didn't been told that the Muslim is the problem. It's like the Hamas is the problem. It's like the leaders is the problems, not the people.
Yeah, but the
people want it.
The point I wanna raise is like when you say that there's extremists in all places, including like there's Muslim extremists and there's Christian extremists and there's Jewish extremists. But at the end of the day, the only people that are called terrorists are the Muslims. If a Jewish IDF person is extremist and he kills civilians, they're not called terrorists. And that's
There
because
is
of the media.
Yeah, this is politics issue.
Exactly.
But I will tell you the difference. Okay, there was in the history of Israel some Jewish that was terrorists. They go to Arab places and do crazy stuff. Yeah, but it's like rare, really rare. If you look about details, how many Jewish go to home of Arab and start killing civilians? It's like I know for a few
It's less than 1%.
Yeah. But for us, I can tell you, I was in Tel Aviv in bar, yeah, in a pub. It was drink beer with my friends, and then was the terror attack. Someone Arab come with a gun and shoot in front of me on people. Yeah, it's something that happened all the years of Israel. That Arabs, that Palestinians, they told to go with a knife or go with a gun or go with something and to kill the Jewish. It doesn't matter if it's civilians, women, men. It doesn't matter. All this, and I can tell you, we have like something like once in a week, over average, once in a week we have a terror attack. 50% it's on soldiers, and 50% of that it's on civilians.
Yeah, but
this is why we called it terror attack. Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's not that they hurt only soldiers. If they hurt only soldiers, I can understand it because it's a fight. But if they go to civilians and go to pubs and go to buses and explode themselves with the people there and go and shoot, and they know they're gonna be killed after it, but they teach that if you kill your enemy and then you die, you go to heaven.
Okay.
You get 72 virgins and you become like famous and get money from the government in Palestine, you know? This is true. They get money from the Palestinian or from the Palestine Authority or from Hamas.
But how
It's
do they
depend-
get money? So how do they get money if they're dead? I don't understand.
Their families get money paid every week, every month they get salary.
Okay, let me. Okay, when you say that there's few terrorist attacks on the Jewish side, we have to consider the ratios. So, the Muslim population, I believe, is like 3 billion people in the world, and if we
Yeah.
and the Jewish, I don't know how many they are, but if we take the ratios of 3 billion people and you count how many actually have done terror, it's not even the 1%. It's not even it'll be like 0 point something percent.
Yeah, but we
Not
don't
even
say the
1%.
Muslims all over the world they are like terrorists.
How many
No.
Muslims do you have in Israel?
Yeah, it's like it's the most
Yeah.
common for the Palestinian. It's come from the Palestine territories. Yeah, because they teach them that all Israel is occupied and all this mess is because Israel, and they live like shit like because Israel. And
Okay,
the
let me-
fact is, and I want to tell you, the fact is Israel all the time was looking for peace with them, and they don't want. They want all the land. This is the problem. They always live in the past. You know, the Jewish. I want to give you last point, and it's very, very important thing to say. The Jewish, when they arrived to Palestine and built this country, yeah, there was some rich people, but my family have left anything. They came with zero money, yeah, nothing there, and they work like in farmers, as a farmers and agricultures, and they build this country from nothing. Why is this? Because we look for the future. We want to live in the future. Jewish want to go from all over the world to make a Jewish state safe for Jewish, to look for the future and have life. The Palestinians all the time live in the past. They don't build themselves. They always go to war. All their money they get is going for war, and war it's bad economy, and they never succeed to win us. This is why the Palestinians live like this, not because Israel make them to suffer and live like really third countries. Yeah, they live like with
Okay,
like
so
a shit, but it's because they live in the past and not think on the future. Take the place, take the situation right now, stop the war, and start to work, and start save the money, and start to build your place to live like a, you know, start to work, start think
Yeah, I mean-
about the economy, think about the future,
I
and
understand.
everything will be okay.
I
Look
understand,
about
but-
Singapore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand. I totally understand. But Singapore is not surrounded by walls. They don't have their airports destroyed. They don't have the food
the walls
control.
wasn't like from the established of Israel. This was just in the lately years of Israel.
Oh yes, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's not from the beginning.
And the
But-
walls, it's because we try to live with them, and we try, and they always fight. So what you're gonna do if someone always from the same territory is trying to attack you?
But-
You're gonna make a border.
They
Yeah.
say the same thing about you guys. They say they try
What?
to live in peace, and Netanyahu never wants peace. They always say that. I have the same argument. It's the same argument the other way around. Exactly the
There is
same.
one point that I want to add about what Guy said, because he said Palestinians, but it's really is not the Palestinians, okay, that say the voice. Like they are
It's
governed,
their leaders,
they are governed by extremists.
government.
שולטים עליהם, by extremists.
Yeah, Hamas.
Yeah.
No,
And you talked
Hamas
about-
it's in the West Bank, but also
No, there's no Hamas
is
in the West Bank.
No, sorry, Hamas is in Gaza.
Yeah.
The West Bank is the Palestine territory. It's another leaders, and they all corrupt.
But they're also very strong in the West Bank. But
So wait, you think your leaders are not corrupt?
And
Also
our leaders
corrupt.
also, yeah. I'm
Every
sure.
leader in the world. There's no
Every
one
leader.
president that is great.
Everybody corrupt. But there is
talking about
difference
us,
why.
okay?
Yeah.
Us, the people, the Palestinian people, and the Israeli people in general wants to live their life. Okay, like everyone, get education, work, everything is the same.
A family,
We are all the same.
live
people.
our life.
But what guys trying to say about the funding that's not going there and going for war, that the whole idea of eliminating Israel, and they are getting so much funds from supporters of with good logics. Okay, for example, Germany wants to donate for the Gaza refugee.
Oh, you muted. You mute. Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
So
because I get a call.
they donate a lot of money to Gaza, but they don't understand that when the money goes to Gaza,
It's go to
it
Hamas.
goes to Hamas.
But
And Hamas,
Germany also sends bullets for the tanks that Israel uses. Germany gives a lot of support to Israel
Yeah, yeah,
army.
yeah. But what I mean,
No, I'm talking about the decisions with the money that Gaza have and the West Bank have. They are not going for the welfare of the people and getting us out of this mess. They are going for funding terrors, weapons, tunnels, and as you said before, that selling weapons wins war. It's not win war. It's like the reason for war. So as long as they get this idea of fighting Israel in the Arab world, and they get a lot of fundings from Iran, from whatever. They get a lot of money. Hamas is a very, very, very rich organization. Okay, I think it's the third.
no,
or
the second,
the
the
second
first,
richest in the organizations. But
the first one is Hezbollah, the most
But
rich
it's-
terror organization,
but
and
it's
after it,
war.
it's Hamas.
it's war focused. For example, if Gaza took all the money that she got, it could be paradise. But it's like there is another city underground safe for terrorism. You know, like people now, all the dead people in Gaza, the civilians or whatever,
They could have
they
each
could
one
be-
shelter,
they
you know,
could all be inside their shelters
undergrounds and be safe.
underground.
But they use it only
But
for
they all
wars.
use it for war. Like people can't get into these tunnels, which is safe from rockets, and all the terrorists is like sitting there, and then complaining about like.
You know,
Let
The-
me
the
okay.
most-
Let me ask you something. This is more like a military tactic because I don't know anything about military. If somebody kidnaps people and you want to rescue them, what is the best strategy? Because right now, what you guys are doing that is basically
Yeah.
bomb,
If you
bomb,
want
bomb,
to-
bomb, bomb. That's not working. And if
I will take.
like that's not a solution. Bombing the whole place is not going to rescue the hostages. So what is a proper solution?
If
The goal of the war in Gaza now it's more than the hostages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
All of
exactly,
the war-
exactly.
it's to eliminate Hamas,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
to
the
eliminate
first.
Hamas, and
The
they will
first
go-
thing is to eliminate
But
Hamas. The
if-
second thing,
Okay, let me ask you, military intelligence wise, if the Hamas has tunnels underground, throwing bombs is not gonna affect the tunnels, just gonna kill civilians. So what's the
No,
point?
but
no, but you have
Right.
Hamas the people that is or in the tunnels or in high of the or behind the tunnels, and also we have like you know a lot of intelligence. Still, we have intelligence. We have like you when you in war, you have take from Hamas. They surrender you when you surrender the enemy. You asking him what is there, what you know, what where is Hamas bases, where is everything. We have good intelligence. So when they attack, I'm believe that they think that like when they say okay shoot on this target, it's not after they say okay well let's shoot. They know there is target there is no hostages, and
Okay,
this
but-
shoot will kill enemy without to kill our people.
Yeah, but
This is what they think. Sometimes we have mistakes. This is how it's war.
Yeah,
War,
but- yeah,
let's
no, I-
tell
I-
you-
I
Let's
understand.
tell you as a soldier, war is a mess.
Yeah.
War, it's a lot of people with a lot of commands, with a lot of strategically, and everyone. It's a mess, bro. Everybody
I
shoot,
understand.
and you get fired at, and you like become stressed. And it's not like you think, okay, they go inside and everything cool, and they do what they need to do in the most perfect things. No, it's a mess.
But you guys have technology like the robotic dogs and you can send
Yeah.
many other
Yeah, yeah.
solutions like there's more than 30,000 civilians killed since October 7th. That's crazy. Those are
No,
crazy
it's not
numbers.
civilians. half of them is terrorist
Well,
members.
well,
More
the
than
I don't know.
all the numbers we get, it's from Hamas.
But I mean, you guys
Sorry.
blame everything on Hamas, bro. Like, come on, you gotta stop blaming Hamas for everything. These are numbers from Ministry
They are
of
our
Health.
enemies. We don't trust on them. This is like how it's work, you know.
Okay,
It's my enemy. When my enemy say something, I'm not sure gonna listen to him because he said I want to see
But-
from another places that it's
But
true.
the-
But if it's only Hamas,
Okay, let me tell you.
Control
The
the-
health minister that is giving the numbers is putting the names and the ID numbers of each of the people killed. So these are real numbers, and 70% are
yes.
civilians.
What happened if someone died because he have diabetes or he have cancer?
No, those are not counted. We're talking about bombing.
What do you know? How we know?
No, I want to.
Because they're
How we
under
know?
the rubble. They're under the rubble. I mean, maybe they have cancer under the rubble, but they didn't die from cancer. They died from
Maybe
the
he
roof.
was dying, you know, in the end of the day, a lot of people died from other reasons.
Yeah, that's like
Also-
COVID. Like when COVID came, they were reporting too
Yeah.
many numbers, and
Yeah,
sometimes
so
were
a lot
cancer,
of
yeah,
times people died from something else and they wrote COVID.
No, but,
It's
but
the
I mean,
same tactics, bro.
I
We
mean-
know it
No.
from COVID.
I want to say something else. Okay, so all the numbers about dead casualties, you hear it from one source, Hamas.
but
Okay.
the IDF uses those numbers.
This is the only the IDF doesn't use these numbers.
They do. There's
This-
reports that they use those
Anyway,
numbers.
it's the only thing they
It's the
say,
only number
only
you
source you have.
Okay, so the IDF faces a
IDF
terrorist
can't know how many
organization
people died.
that does not fight on uniforms, so it's a civilian's look of every active terrorist.
But a baby cannot be a terrorist.
Yeah, but baby, you see
There's
videos.
15,000 babies killed. 15,000.
I want to tell you, I
babies
have in Telegram, I have
know
link,
that,
I have a channel that I see a lot of fake videos that Hamas make.
Oh yeah, there's
You
a
know?
lot of fake news. Yeah,
It's
there's
a
of
lot.
fake
You
news.
can see they use animation and stuff like this. We don't know. Yes, there are children and kids that died and women, and I'm sad for it. I'm not want this happened. Yeah,
But it's not in the amount that you hear about.
but we don't know. If you see all the time videos, you don't know what is
Okay.
fake and what is new, what is true, and all the data you get, it's only in Gaza. It's from Hamas.
Okay.
And Hamas, in my years and my life before the 7th of October, I know what it is Hamas, and I know what they do there, and I know what their purpose. I know that.
But this has
Look.
been going before Hamas ever existed. Like the killing of civilian has been going on before Hamas existed.
No, it's
No, it's
no,
not.
no,
Come
not
on,
like
bro.
this.
It's
Not like this.
It's very
not
well
the-
documented.
From, it's depend if it was worse and what happened. You know,
it
it's
was before 2005.
What was the question?
I will tell you the history.
You know how it was before 2005?
I can hear. What was the question?
Hamas, in 2005, Israel left Gaza. Okay?
Right.
Before that, it was like the West Bank. Like,
Yeah, Jewish and Arabs live together with
like
the
before
Palestinians,
that, people
with a lot
could
of
go to
settlements.
Gaza. A lot of workers came from Gaza. A lot of working relationship between Israel and Gaza. In 2005, Ariel Sharon was prime minister, and he decided to disconnect from Gaza.
To
was a
bring
big
the
thing.
Gaza to the Palestinians.
He evacuated all the Jewish citizens in Gaza. It was a lot of colonies. Evacuate everyone and gave Gaza independence. The first thing they did was
You know, they have
choose Hamas.
they have like airport, they have buildings, they have everything. When
Yeah.
Israel was there, this place was amazing.
The
But
first thing they
didn't you guys destroy the Ariel? What was Ariel Sharon Airport or whatever name it was?
Yeah, because they use it for terror.
Bro,
When-
okay, let me state this point. If you destroy their ports, their airport, you control their food, their water, you build a wall. That's like a jail. You basically
Yeah,
build a
but
jail
why
in
is
Gaza.
that? Why it's happened?
because since Hamas went to, like, they choose Hamas, and the Hamas government Gaza.
No, Hamas is too controlled there. It's like did it by violence.
No, they choose them.
They choose them.
There was an election.
Yeah.
There was an election. Yeah, there was an election which they didn't win. They didn't win.
They didn't win, and then they was like you doing.
They
I
didn't
know,
win, but Israel still made them come to power. That's what the history documents say. Hamas didn't win. It was the POL. But you guys, I mean, okay,
I know that.
No, this
it's
is
very
right.
complicated, man.
By what I heard and thought, what I think that about it, it's only me. Yeah, that Bibi like no, I don't say names. Yeah, but the government and Israel want like Hamas will be controlled there because they want not give too much power to the Palestinians.
To the
make
POL.
them splits. Split them like to two groups.
Divide
Yeah,
and
it's
conquer.
tactics. Yeah, it's smart tactics. I can understand it, but the problem that after it, Hamas become like our enemy, become like launching rockets and make terror attacks, and like to be like the main center of how to say like against Israel, like the center like pure against Israel. Yeah.
But bro, this is not conspiracy. This is the truth.
Yeah.
What you're saying
Yeah.
there is the truth. Yeah.
Maybe I don't know because
No, I've investigated the topic
Yeah.
for many
So it's
years.
maybe, yeah.
It's true. Bibi did it. This is why we're upset with Bibi. This is why you see this result.
You
We're
could
not-
see
we're
in
not
Israel.
blind.
You could see in Israel all the how I said no, I forget the name, the word. That a lot of Israel citizens was go out for the street and was like against the government.
Protesting.
Protest against the government. It was like hundred thousands of people that go out and protest. It was like crazy days in Israel. Yeah, and it's always changed the government. We know the problem, but this is that Hamas attacked us is not help for them to the situation. It's just make it
No,
worse.
I feel-
Maybe
I feel it was a control attack. Like the people who wants to sell arms made that happen through Hamas.
I want to go back on something.
maybe you're right, bro, but I don't know.
Something
Maybe.
about the sources, because I want to demonstrate you that it requires criticism thinking. Okay, when you hear about the numbers of children and everything.
No, I see the videos of the children. Like I've seen so many children dying. Like it's so sad. It's so sad.
Listen, I'm not denying that there is casualties. There is a lot of casualties. It's
But this is a war.
Sophisticated war to fight. It's very hard. The challenges are crazy. But for example, there was.
Let's say Hamas make everything he can that to make it happen.
But you gotta stop blaming Hamas for everything, man.
For example, there was a explosion in a hospital in the beginning of the war, and like maybe 10 minutes after, Hamas posted that there is in the bombing 400 kids casualties. Okay.
It's a very dense
It was-
populated area.
Okay.
It's the most dense populated area in the world.
Yeah, but listen, just listen.
And 1 hour after it, Israel investigated the event and released the footage of a missile rocket of the jihad that misfire and shoot directly into the hospital.
Yeah, that
Okay.
Israel not was responsible.
No,
for
I know
that.
I
It
know which
was
one you're
the-
talking. The Al Shifa Hospital. I know which
Yeah.
one you're talking. But that was
No.
disproven. That was disproven that a rocket from Hamas cannot make that kind of damage.
It's not so. After that, there was also the real numbers of casualties. There was very, very few casualties, and I want to give you something about like an event like this happened because it's very stretched out for you, but in our situation it happens. So in the 7th of October, it took us 5 days till Israel published. In the first day, there was already 1,400 casualties.
Which was
And-
wrong. The number was wrong.
No, it was
It's true. Why
This is
why
No,
you
the
think
the
it's wrong?
the total number was 1,200. It wasn't 1,400. And you guys said that 40 beheaded babies were beheaded, and that wasn't true either. That
This
was
is true.
disproven. What?
This is true.
No,
This is
the Biden, you know, the president of the United States, he came on and he said that 40 beheaded babies were beheaded the 7th of October, and then his own government come out and said that he made a mistake, that never happened, and the IDF itself said there's no evidence of 40 beheaded babies.
okay. So you seen videos. I also seen videos, and I saw burned babies beheaded.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
you say
40, but it happened.
yeah, you say Hamas uses animation to create videos, but the IDF doesn't uses animation like.
Let's not go into that. Okay?
Yeah,
So,
let's not go into that.
let's say 1,200. Okay, so there was 1,200 dead in Israel. I like if you open the media or any source, you knew about 40, I think, in the first day, and then about 100. So the verification of dead people takes a lot of time, especially in these numbers,
Yeah.
especially in this event.
You know,
See,
in
yeah,
bombings.
the problem.
In war, and when you have no way to communicate, because Israel damaged all their communications, so they can't communicate. So when you hear about a bombing and 10 minutes later you hear about 400 kids dead, I'm not saying, okay, there is no dead. I'm saying, criticizing, thinking about, wait, who counted? How do you know 400? 400 is a very big number, okay?
The problem is that Israel doesn't let anybody from outside come in to investigate. You guys don't let any journalist from outside to come and investigate what happened. That's the problem. So the only information we get is from the government of Israel.
We didn't heard about this, and maybe it's. I don't know, but
I can barely
journalism.
see you because
I think
there's
that-
no light.
Yeah, it's now nighttime.
All right, bro. Thank you so much for speaking to me. I really respect.
Thank you, bro. Where are you from?
I am. My heritage is from India.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I wasn't
It's
born.
what? Yeah, you're from French.
Yeah. I'm right now in Paris.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, thank you so much. Normally, I try to speak with people from over there, and they just like they do like this, and like they don't really talk. But you guys were very respectful, and I appreciate it. So I
Thank you too, because you also was a respectful and was nice conversation with you. You also show me also a lot of sides that I need to think about them. But thank you, bro. And
yeah, I was just
have a
gonna
good
say
night.
like be peaceful, man. Be peaceful and
we always
and-
believe me.
and-
We
yeah.
always we believe in it. Karma, like I told you.
All right, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.